Hello everyone, it's Micah. I'm having an exceedingly hard time getting a take of this video that I like. Um, so bear with me. Hopefully this will be the take that makes it online. I'm coming to you from the North Georgia mountains where I decided to take a retreat this weekend. One of the main reasons I take these retreats, which I don't take for granted, I feel very lucky to be able to do these. The reason I take time away, go to different places, is to get some different perspective, clear my head, and take some time to reflect on my life and like what I could be doing better in achieving my personal goals. And tonight was my designated night to do that. And in the middle of making my goals or evaluating my goals and evaluating, how I was doing and what I could do better, I decided to take a break and make myself some coffee. The problem is I haven't been able to make myself coffee this entire weekend because I haven't trusted the water, the tap water coming from the faucet in the bathroom in my lodge room. So I'm very particular about things like food poisoning, quality of water, that type of thing. And every time I had poured the water into the carafe to make the coffee this weekend, it was cloudy and I, didn't know what that meant. And I just said, okay, well, you know what, this could affect the taste, it could affect the quality, it could affect the safety of the water. I'm good. I'll just go find some bottled water or I'll make other arrangements. But tonight I really wanted some coffee and it's too late for me to get out and try to go somewhere to go get, I just don't want to go to the trouble. I really rather just make the coffee. So I poured water for, I guess, the third time this weekend. It still came out cloudy. And instead of just saying to heck with it and giving up, I said, let me do a Google search on this. So I Googled cloudy tap water. And, it's not something I've really ever dealt with, or maybe if I have, it's been so many years that I forgot. At any rate, I wasn't really sure what it was about, why the tap water was cloudy. So I looked it up and it said online that it was really just air bubbles. And you give it a couple of minutes, the air bubbles rise to the top of the container, to the surface, and they will pop and dissipate, so the water will turn clear. In the time that it took me to look that up online, I walked over to the carafe, and sure enough, it was the water was pretty much completely clear already. So all weekend, I had been rushing to judgment. Something that I thought was cloudy, really, I only needed a couple of minutes for it to become clear. Every time I had poured the water, I'm like, oh, this is cloudy, and I had immediately poured it down the drain. I know you see that metaphor coming a mile away. Sometimes we can all learn this lesson. Sometimes things may not seem clear, but you just give them a minute or two to clear up, to sort themselves out, whether that's objectively out in the world or just inside your head when you're trying to sort through what things mean. And it's amazing how things can clear themselves up, how you can understand people's motivations or understand what people were really trying to say when it just seemed like a jumble of nonsense. What just popped into my head were those holographic prints that were popular, I guess, in the 90s, where all you saw was this pattern, but if you stared long enough at it, a 3D image would come out of the hologram at you. It's really very much like that. And there's been numerous examples over the years of optical illusions that prove out that we see what we want to see, that our perception can change based on what we focus on. There's all kinds of visual metaphors and physical metaphors for the mental process, and this is a pretty obvious one that happened to me, but it just happened to occur in the middle of me brainstorming, how I could be better in achieving my goals in life. And I've suffered may be a strong word, but I've struggled with lack of self-confidence. And the heater just cut on. So, hi everyone, this is my heater. I've struggled with self-confidence. I've struggled with thinking that I'm good enough. I've deferred to the judgment of others. I've thought that, I'm not smart enough, I'm not normal enough, I'm not whatever it is enough. And so a few years ago, I started turning a corner where I thought that maybe I needed to stop being so humble about things. I needed to stop giving everyone and everything the benefit of the doubt. And over the past several years, I've gotten a little quicker to judge things, because I felt like I had reached a level of experience in life and with different things, whether it be personal, professional, or social, where I can make a pretty good, quick evaluation of a situation, and and what that means oftentimes is that you're not giving other people the benefit of the doubt. You're not giving if something seems not clear, you can evaluate that reliably and quickly as not being clear, and figuratively dump it down the sink. Because if this isn't clear, then it needs to go away, and someone needs to get back to me when they can give it to me in a way that's clear. I think maybe I've been a little bit of a jerk over the past few years, and my friends who know me well know that I'm capable of being a jerk. There's times when we all get a little too arrogant, a little too sure of ourselves, a little too quick to feel like we understand how everything works. And I think we all have to struggle with that balance. We need to have confidence. We need to understand that we're capable, but we're not infallible. And I'm glad that this incident with the coffee occurred, because now I'm going to be able to have some coffee tonight, and I've got a good takeaway for when I return to Atlanta tomorrow and get back to the regular grind. Maybe this is this very real and literal demonstration of taking time to achieve clarity on things will sink in enough that I will take note of it and actually act on it in a constructive way. If you've made it with me through to the very end of this video, then I definitely appreciate you sticking it out. I hope the content will continue to improve as I go along. This is my first real video back after taking an extended break. Please, if you have any feedback, commentary, leave comments and suggestions. And please, no trolling and no making fun of my sunburn. I didn't really think I was going to be out walking around in the sun for 5 or 6 hours today, so with sunglasses on, so that's why we have the raccoon effect here. No negative energy, please, but constructive criticism and comments and suggestions for other video topics are definitely appreciated, because remember, if I can't think of stuff to say, this will turn into a Janet Jackson fan channel, which would be great for a lot of people, but completely not interesting for others. Because if I don't have things to talk about, that's what I'm going to start talking about. Keep that in mind, and thank you for watching. Talk soon.